Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I want to step in and say hello to everybody, and also let you guys know that I'm going to talk about the recession. There is a recession that is on the way. There is an economic downturn coming. The word recession is being used by everybody. Everybody's talking about the recession. Worry about the recession. The recession is going to around the corner. Oh my God, the recession. Let me just tell you about recessions. I know a little bit about recessions and economic downturns, and I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't be afraid of this coming recession and why, in fact, this recession isn't just something that you should watch out for, but it's also a massive economic opportunity. So get comfortable, buckle up, seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I am your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about Black wealth and Black economics every day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day under one condition. The condition is that we must put our people first. That means being Black first. That means we break generational curses. We don't continue them. That means that we educate our kids. Black first means we teach wealth to our children. Black first means we teach wealth to ourselves. Black first means we build Black wealth as a source of Black power. If you agree with this philosophy, put a hashtag B1 in the chat. Put your B1 in the chat. Shout out your city. I want to say hi to Rico, Denise, Charles, Elijah from Baltimore, Tony C, Marcia. Good to see you. Pimp barbecue sauce. Oh, that's great. I love that. Such a great name. All right, barbecue sauce like a pimp. I love it. All right, anyway, do me a favor, guys. Hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, subscribe if you have not done that yet. Today, I'm not going to spend a ton of time with you. I'm not going to take a lot of your time, but I need you to listen to the end of the video, and I'll tell you about what I'm doing with, there's a stock that I'm digging into deep in this recession, and I'll share that toward the end. If I forget, just remind me. I want to make sure I write right down to mention that at the end. Okay, so here's the deal. How many of you, give me a yes or no, how many of you have some belief that we're either in a recession or that a recession is coming? Give me a yes if you've heard something somewhere talking about the recession, saying that the recession is on its way and that all these bad things are going to happen. And I see Elijah's giving a shout out to our excellent customer service team at the Black Business School, Chanel and Micah. I want to put that on the screen, man, because that means a lot. Chanel and Micah have worked with our company for many, many years. Most of our team have been with our company for over 5 years. The Black Business School has superior customer service. So if you want to learn about Black wealth, just go to theblackbusinessschool.com. You can actually get started for free. A lot of people don't know that we have a ton of free options. We will give you more for free than anybody else will give you, even if you pay them. And then we have things that do cost money, but it doesn't cost a lot of money. But then the free stuff is lit. We're really good at this. My PhD's in finance. That's what I do. That's what I obsess about. That's what our team knows. That's what we're great at. So anyway, so a lot of you have heard about this recession. Okay, so we know a recession's coming, and let me just confirm that for you. You're right. Yeah, recession's coming. Yeah. First off, let me just say this. Stop acting like it's the end of the world, number one. Everybody's like, oh my God, the recession's coming. We're going to die. The dollar's going to collapse and the whole economy's going to fall apart. Lord Jesus, what are we going to do? I'm not making fun of people that have that anxiety. I get it. I completely get it. I get it. But don't you understand recessions are a natural part of the business cycle? Recessions are like catching a cold. Yeah, how many of y'all know? Give me a yes if you understand that at some point you're going to catch a cold. If you give me a guess if you know at some point you're going to catch a cold, you're going to have a bad day, you're going to be a little sad, somebody's going to die, bad things going to happen. That's what a recession is. A recession is just basically like, okay, it's a natural part of life. Things that go up come down. You know, if you're into, my wife is really big into metaphysics. My wife, who happens to be the most beautiful Black woman on earth, and I love being married to an awesome, smart Black woman. Let me tell you about my wife. I'm gonna get back to it, I promise you. But this lady read 22 books this year. She's actually done. She finished her 20. She said my goal this year is to read 22 books, and she finished her 22nd book last month. And we still have all this time left in the year. What the hell, man? So I'm telling you, being married to a smart Black woman, I'm telling you, if you ever want to level up your life, get you a smart Black woman. You guys are the best. But anyway, with that being said, let me get back to the point here because I know y'all get mad at me when I get distracted. My wife's just that pretty. It just does it to me. But here's the deal. Things ebb and flow. That's my point. That's why I brought up my wife. She's into metaphysics and spirituality, and things ebb and flow. Every yin has a yang. Every good has a bad. Every up has a down. That's life. So recessions are not the end of the world. So when you have your relatives that are saying, oh my God, the recession's coming, we're all going to die, it's going to be bad. Just tell them, no, no, Dr. Boyd said that recessions are going to happen, that we're going to have ups and downs, and that's just the way things work. Okay, so don't be scared. I'm going to talk to you about recessions and help you understand a little bit about them so that you'll understand how people actually get rich during recessions. Recessions are opportunities. If you understand wealth and investing in economics, you can make money in any economy. There are some people who only make money during recessions. There are some people who only make money during the boom times. Then there are people who make money during good and bad times. You understand? So let me break that down for you. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Don't forget this week, the All Black National Convention. We're meeting in Charlotte, North Carolina. If you're in one of our investing classes, we have special sessions where you guys will get to talk in person. Also, throughout the weekend, we're having 47 Black experts who are there to solve our problems. This is not corporate sponsored. This is not Black Liberation brought to you by McDonald's. We built this convention. We spent hundreds of thousands of dollars of Black-owned money to get this thing done. So I hope you'll consider joining us in Charlotte, or at least joining us virtually. The URL's on the screen, allblacknationalconvention.com. I built this because I went to the NAACP convention. I wasn't impressed. I went to the Urban League convention. It didn't do anything for me. I went to the Congressional Black Caucus. It felt like a big party. No disrespect to any of those people, but I want to solve problems, and I don't want us to feel like we can only solve our problems if white people are in the building. I feel like we can solve our problems on our own. So if you agree with that, if that's how you think, then the All Black National Convention is for you. All right. So here's the deal. First thing is about a recession is that there are many, many families that have gotten extremely wealthy during recessions. The Kennedys made all their money during the Great Depression. The time where you have this false narrative that everybody was poor during the Depression. That's just not true. There were a lot of people that did extremely well. The Kennedys made most of their wealth during the Depression. So the way that you think about recessions versus boom times, I would think of it like being a football coach or a basketball coach. In basketball or football, you have offense and you have defense. There are times where you have to work on your offense. There are times where you have to focus on your defense. There are times where you're going to get the ball down the field. And then there's times where you have to focus on stopping the other team from getting down the field. So the way you can kind of think about economics is you can look at boom times like 2020 when you had all this money flowing through the economy. That's when you played offense. That when it's time for offense, that's when you're selling assets because everything's super overpriced. You're also spending money. You're going, if you want to buy something, that's a good time to buy for the most part because you've got this extra cash. Everybody felt what is called a wealth effect because everything was going up in value and people just felt rich and it was like, right? And here's the thing. Then the natural bust time comes. Then the recession comes, right? That's sort of the after party after the after party. That's the part where you are sobering up. That's when you start paying for your sins economically. That's what our economy is doing. That's when things kind of get washed out. That's when all the bad cryptos die. Did you know that there's 12,100 different cryptocurrencies that died during this recession? Did y'all know that? How many of y'all knew that? Give me a yes or no if you knew that there were 12,100 cryptos that literally disappeared when the economy went south. NFTs, if you were buying those overpriced NFTs, NFTs are not a bad investment, by the way. They're still going to be a part of the metaverse. Long term, it's going to be great. Crypto, some cryptos, I dabble heavily in Bitcoin and also Ethereum. Those are my two big bosses. I don't really mess with a lot of the altcoins because a lot of the altcoins are dead. And so ultimately, though, crypto long term, in my view, is a great place to put some money. Not like 30%, 40% of your portfolio, like maybe 8%, something that makes sense. Don't put all your money into something that isn't proven yet. This model, this whole part of the economy has still yet to develop. And so crypto is a great long-term investment, but it is something that's a little bit on shaky ground, okay? And actually, for those of you that are interested in the Black Business School, give us about maybe 3 more weeks, and we're actually launching a crypto program for children. So we actually got together and designed a certificate-based program where your child can actually get a certification in crypto at an early age. And so if that's of interest to you, then keep watching the channel. At some point, I'll reach out to you and let you guys know, or you can go to boycewatkins.com and just get on our email list, and I'll make sure I send it out to you when it's ready. So here's the deal. When you're talking about a recession, when you're talking about things going south, in my view, that doesn't mean that you walk away from the economy. I saw a great video by a guy named Gary Vee that I really like Gary Vee a lot. But I saw Gary Vee's analysis, kind of letting people know, like, hey, you got to watch out, you got to slow down, the recession's coming. I get that. He's telling people to spend less. Don't worry about getting the latest iPhone. I get all that, right? Now, here's the thing. I don't think you should be trying to get the latest iPhone every year anyway, even no matter what. And also I don't want you to think that you should be so afraid of a recession that you stop participating in the economy. Understand this. Even when we're struggling, the United States has the biggest, strongest, most powerful economy on earth. You have trillions of dollars flowing through this economy. Give me a yes if you're following what I'm saying. Please give me a yes. Let me confirm. Give me some confirmation here. You have a powerhouse of an economy. So even when there's a recession, a lot of it is psychological. A lot of it is you're watching the news and they're like, oh, we had 2 consecutive quarters of negative economic growth. Yeah, okay. But if a kid is 7'6" and somebody says, oh, we just found out he's actually 7'4", that doesn't mean he's a midget. That doesn't mean he's the shortest guy in the room. That doesn't mean he's like taller than a puppy. No, he's still the tallest son of a in the damn building. He's still the tallest guy. He's just 7'4" instead of 7'6". That's your economy, folks. Your economy is one that is ultra powerful. And sometimes it slows down because that's how things work. It ebbs and it flows. LeBron James, when at his peak, could average 30 points a game, approximately, or something close to that. So if LeBron goes out and scores 25, that does not mean he had a terrible day. That just means he didn't do as well as he normally does, but he's still a baller. So your economy is still balling. If you were rich before the recession, you're probably still rich now. If you were broke before the recession, you're probably a little broker. But basically, in general, you're kind of in the same place. Everything just kind of moves relatively. All the billionaires, there are stories out there that talk about trillions of dollars that were lost by billionaires during the economic downturn. Well, guess what, people? Most of those billionaires are still billionaires. They went through what is called, and I mentioned it earlier, I mentioned it again, the wealth effect. The wealth effect is when you have these unrealized losses that make you feel like you're poor. So psychologically, you're like, oh man, we had $1.4 million in assets last week. Now we only got 1.1 million, right? You're like, oh, I lost $300,000, but did you really lose anything? No, you didn't. That's what they call, that's the difference between a realized loss and an unrealized loss. And let me tell you something, let me tell you a little secret about rich people. Most rich people don't sell their assets. Most rich people don't say, well, I'm going to own this until it's time to sell. Most rich people buy stuff and they just sit on it like a goose sitting on a golden egg, and then they pass it to their kids. Most rich people do, and I talked to you guys about this game before. It's called buy, borrow, and die. They buy assets, they borrow against them their whole life, and then they die and they give it to their kids, and their kids start off with a new tax basis and don't pay any taxes on all the capital gains that were earned by their parents their whole entire life. That's part of the game. So here's the deal. The recession is not the end of the world. The recession is an opportunity for you to make money. The recession is an opportunity for you to get ahead. I understand, though, there is a lot of financial anxiety. So one of the things that we started doing for those of us in the Black Business School, we have 152,000 students. You're welcome to join us. You can get started in the Black Business School for free. I want to just, if anybody ever says that it costs money to join, tell them that's not true. We have a free option. It's run like a church. Church, you can go to church for free, but the church has to raise money to pay bills. So we do offer things to you, but you don't have to do anything. You could join for free. So my wife is a licensed therapist who has all the licenses in therapy, and she's been seeing clients for many, many years. And her expertise has one of the expertise she's really developed is financial anxiety. So she actually does, she formed a financial anxiety support group where she actually trains people on financial anxiety, financial trauma, etc. This is something you can try for free. She has a session actually tonight. If you're watching this video live, you may be watching the recording, but if you're watching it live on the 23rd of October, tonight at 8 o'clock, she's meeting the students. Just go to boycewatkins.com. I put the link at the top. You can actually join, sit in for free, check it out. And if you like it, then you can join her class and get access to all the archive stuff she's done. She's written a lot of great books on financial anxiety. She's done a lot of things because here's the deal. Financial psychology is really important to understand if you ever want to have money. A lot of people can talk to you about the mechanics of money, how money works and where to get it and all that. That's fine. But at the end of the day, if you don't look at it in the right way, you're going to find yourself confused. You're going to find yourself frustrated. You're going to find yourself scared to death. The recession is not an opportunity or a scenario where you're supposed to run away. The recession is simply a time where you're supposed to change your strategy. So during a boom time, maybe you sell some stuff, maybe you do a little more spending. In a bust time or during a recession, you might do a lot more buying and you might do a lot more saving. So you slow down your spending a little bit and then you acquire assets. Why? Well, because everything is cheap. Real estate pretty soon is going to be cheap and you're going to experience the wealth effect. Why? Well, because you're going to find out that your house that you thought was worth $380,000 is now worth $330,000. So you're going to feel like, oh my God, I lost this money. But guess what? If you don't sell your house, then it does. Who gives a damn? Who cares? Who cares? I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I'm saying that if you don't sell the asset, then who cares? It's like worrying about what people think about you. As long as they ain't paying your bills, it doesn't matter what their opinions are. Now, if they end up paying your bills, then it does matter. If they become your boss, it does matter. But if they have nothing to do with your life, then it doesn't matter what they think. The same thing is true with an asset's value. If you're not going to sell your house and you don't need to borrow against it for the next year or two, then who cares if the value went down a little bit? It's fine. It'll come back up. Why? Well, because the economy has a general upward trajectory. It generally goes up, up, up. Okay. So anyway, by the way, you're watching the Black Financial Channel. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. My PhD is in finance. My specialty actually was stock markets and investor psychology. That's why this is my obsession. But also my bigger obsession is Black wealth. I believe in building wealth for the Black community by getting our people on the latest, most cutting edge techniques on wealth building. And that's what we do. If you could take 1 second, everybody, please hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Also, don't forget, you can find this podcast on Spotify. Just go search for the Dr. Boyce Breakdown. I talk about a little bit of everything. And also, if you want to join us this week, we're going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina for the All Black National Convention. So if you want to fly to Charlotte, it's definitely worth it. It is the greatest gathering on earth of intelligent Black people that you will ever find. These are Black people that want to build Black wealth. They want to build strong families. They want to educate their own kids. They want our community to win. This is not something sponsored by white people. This is something that we built ourselves. So you will not see any corporations anywhere hovering around in that convention. We did this ourselves, and the hotel is Black owned too, by the way. So I'm very happy about that. So if you'd like to join us virtually, you can join the virtual gang by going to allblacknationalconvention.com. Or if you want to join us physically, you can also get your passes there. And I think there might be space for vendors. We might have sold out on all of our vendor spots. So I promised you guys that I would mention something about a stock move that I'm making. And so I'm going to keep that promise to you right now. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm buying just a ton of Amazon. I love Amazon because Amazon has smart management. They're a good, strong company. They're going to do really well long term. And every chance I get to add Amazon to my portfolio, I do it. Every time I get an extra nickel in my bank account, I try to buy nickels worth of Amazon if I can, because I just believe in this company and I'm a big investor in it. I also invest consistently in Tesla, but Tesla is a riskier investment in my view, because if Elon Musk slips and falls in the shower, then Tesla's value is probably going to plummet. But Tesla just has such a lead on technology. I just love that company a lot. I don't put too much of my portfolio in Tesla and too much of it in Amazon. But right now, Amazon is kind of one of the longer term plays that I have. Now, if you want to join us in class, we have stock market investing class every Tuesday, and I send my students lists of stocks that I like every single week, because that's all I do is I research this stuff. So if you'd like to join us in stock market investing class and do a free trial, just go to the stock market, blackstockmarketprogram.com. The URL's on the screen, and you're welcome to join us and come on in. And so let's see. Someone says, what do you think about pot stocks these days? I like them, but the thing is, the time to buy them was 2-3 years ago. The time to buy them isn't necessarily now, because all that information is already impounded. But you may want to add some to your portfolio. But I've been buying. I've been talking to you guys about cannabis stocks for many years. So I think now is things are happening as they were expected to happen. When Kamala Harris takes over for Joe Biden, which I think it's going to happen, she's going to probably legalize it completely on a federal level, or do what she can to make that happen. And I think that's going to do well. I also like Walmart too. Walmart is another strong company. So I see Walmart's in the chat. So there you go. All right, guys. So feel free to join us in class. You can go to the blackstockmarketprogram.com. I hope this conversation was beneficial to you. If it was beneficial, then I hope you will take a moment to either share this video with someone that you love. If you love them, you'll teach them about wealth, or you can hit the thumbs up button, or hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And I will see you all at the convention this week. allblacknationalconvention.com. It's on. We are going to have special investing sessions for those of you that are in the investing classes. But if you're not even interested in wealth, it's still a great way to gather with other intelligent Black people. It's kind of like a family reunion. So feel free to go take a look. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Please have a wonderful day. Thank you all for listening. I love you, and I will see you all soon. Take care now. Peace.